Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 519, The Missing Painter. Intermediate. In the quiet town of Ashford, a strange case unfolded. Clara Reed, a young detective, was called to the home of Victor Lane, a famous painter. His sister, Helen, was frantic. "Victor's gone," she said. "He was in his studio last night, but this morning he's vanished." Clara stepped into the studio where paint cans and brushes lay scattered. A half-finished painting sat on an easel, its colours still wet. Clara examined the room. There was no sign of a struggle, but a window was slightly open. "Did Victor have enemies?" Clara asked. Helen shook her head. Everyone loved him, but he was stressed about his new exhibition. Clara noted this and asked to see Victor's recent work. Helen showed her a stack of paintings, all dark and moody. One caught Clara's eye, a portrait of a woman with cold, piercing eyes. "Who's this?" Clara asked. Helen frowned. "I don't know, Victor never said." Clara questioned the neighbours. Mrs. Gibbs, an elderly woman next door, said she heard a car speed away around midnight. "It was unusual for this street," she added. Clara thanked her and checked Victor's phone, left on a table. His last call was to a number listed as Lydia. Clara dialed it, but no one answered. She ran the number through the police database and found it belonged to Lydia Marsh, an art dealer. Clara visited Lydia's gallery in town. Lydia was polished with a sharp smile. "Victor? Oh, we talked business sometimes," she said. "I don't know where he is." Clara noticed Lydia's hands fidgeting. She also saw a painting in the back room similar to Victor's style but unsigned. "Did Victor paint this?" Clara asked. Lydia's smile faded. "No, it's from another artist," she said quickly. Back at the studio, Clara found a hidden drawer in Victor's desk. Inside was a letter from Lydia demanding payment for services. It hinted at a secret deal. Clara's mind raced. Was Victor in debt to Lydia? She checked the studio's floor and found faint tire marks near the window, as if something heavy had been dragged out. They took him, Clara thought. Clara returned to the gallery after hours, sneaking in with a spare key from Victor's desk. In a locked office, she found Victor's missing paintings, including the portrait of the woman. A notebook listed sales to private buyers with huge profits. Lydia was stealing Victor's work, selling it as her own, but where was Victor? Clara heard a noise, a muffled thump from the basement. She crept downstairs and found Victor tied up but alive. "Lydia kidnapped me," he whispered. "She forced me to paint for her." Clara untied him and called for backup. As they escaped, Lydia appeared, holding a knife. "You're ruining everything," she shouted. Clara stayed calm, dodging Lydia's swing and pinning her to the ground. The police arrived, arresting Lydia. Victor explained that Lydia had been blackmailing him, threatening to ruin his career unless he painted for her scheme. The portrait of the woman was Lydia herself, a clue Victor left in case he disappeared. Clara smiled, glad her instincts were right. Ashford returned to its quiet ways, and Victor's new exhibition was a success. Clara went back to her office, ready for the next mystery. Vocabulary notes. Frantic, adjective. Definition. Extremely worried, upset, or anxious, often leading to hurried or chaotic behavior. Example. His sister, Helen, was frantic. "Victor's gone," she said. Context explanation. Helen is described as frantic because she is deeply worried about her brother's disappearance, showing her emotional distress. Similar words. Panicked, e.g., she panicked when she couldn't find her keys. Hysterical, e.g., he became hysterical after hearing the bad news. Desperate, e.g., they were desperate to find the missing child. Vanished, verb, past tense of vanish. Definition. To disappear suddenly or completely, often without explanation. Example, he was in his studio last night, but this morning he's vanished. Context explanation. Helen uses vanished to emphasize that Victor disappeared without any trace, creating a sense of mystery. Similar words. Disappeared, e.g., the thief disappeared into the night. Evaporated, e.g., her savings seem to have evaporated. Fled, e.g., the suspect fled the scene of the crime. Moody, adjective, definition, showing a dark, emotional or gloomy atmosphere or feeling. Example, Helen showed her a stack of paintings, all dark and moody. Context explanation. Victor's paintings are described as moody to suggest they have a serious or melancholic tone, reflecting his state of mind. Similar words, gloomy, e.g., the room had a gloomy atmosphere. Somber, e.g., his somber music matched his sad mood. Melancholic, e.g., the film had a melancholic ending. Fidgeting, verb, gerund form of fidget. Definition, moving or acting nervously, often with small, restless movements. Example, Clara noticed Lydia's hands fidgeting. Context's explanation. Lydia's fidgeting suggests he is nervous or hiding something when questioned by Clara. Similar words, twitching, e.g., his fingers were twitching with anxiety. Restless, e.g., the child was restless during the long wait. Nervous, e.g., she was nervous and kept tapping her foot. Blackmailing, verb, gerund form of blackmail. Definition, threatening to reveal damaging information about someone unless they meet certain demands, often for money or favors. Example, Victor explained that Lydia had been blackmailing him, threatening to ruin his career unless he painted for her scheme. Context explanation. Lydia's blackmailing involves forcing Victor to do what she wants by threatening his reputation. Similar words, extorting, e.g., the criminal was extorting money from the shopkeeper. Coercing, e.g., she was coerced into signing the contract. Threatening, e.g., he was threatening to expose her secret. Pinned, verb, past tense of pin. Definition, to hold someone or something firmly in place, often by pressing them against a surface. Example, Clara stayed calm, dodging Lydia's swing and pinning her to the ground. Context explanation. Clara physically restrains Lydia by pinning her down, showing her control in a dangerous situation. Similar words, held, e.g., he held the door shut against the wind. Restrained, e.g., the police restrained the suspect. Trapped, e.g., she trapped the mouse under a cup. Story written by Grok 3 AI. Image created by Grok 3 AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.